So after we get done vacuuming with our dry soil extraction, we want to get into making sure that we look through all the carpet. If there's any spot stains, like here it looks like there's some urine stains, these are something that we want to pre-treat. So before I get into my pre-spray, I want to make sure I treat this and give it the proper amount of dwell time so that product can work. So now that I treat this, and I treat it kind of heavily because it's urine, it's going to allow that to dwell for about 10 to 15 minutes. And then I'm going to start over here with my pre-spray. Now before we pre-spray, we always want to test what type of carpet that we're working on. Now by testing this, we're going to do the burn or ignition test, or we could do the formic acid. Now we already tested this one. This is a nylon carpet. So in order for us to be able to properly clean nylon carpet, we're going to use the Axiom preconditioner. Okay? Now say for instance it's poly, then that's when we'll go into the olefin preconditioner and change our cleaning process slightly. Alright? Now always before you pre-spray, preheat your solution line to make sure that the hot water is activating your preconditioner. Now I'm going to prime this until I feel that this is piping hot. You want to be as close to 220 degrees as possible so that way your pre-spray is fully activated. Now a good trick to know before you connect this, make sure that you relieve any pressure inside of the hose by holding this down, and that helps. Now whenever you pre-spray, make sure that you're not really close to the carpet because you don't want the pre-spray to get too deep into the carpet to where you start affecting the backing or even get the padding wet. So what you want to do is be at least a foot away from the carpet as you mix. Now we only want to do this in the high traffic areas. Now if you want to move the furniture around and pre-spray underneath this, like say for instance for the table, move one side at a time, do it at the bottom base, slide it out your way, and continue to perform your pre-spray. Also too, if you're pre-spraying underneath furniture, that's going to need less pre-spray than your high traffic areas. So areas where you know it gets a lot of traffic, make sure that you're pre-spraying that very thoroughly.